Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga Precision and this 15-minute foundational flow. You're going to need 2 blocks, so get those ready. And we're going to start with the feet. So we're going to tuck the toes under and sit on the heels. Now, you've got your 2 blocks. You can use them throughout the practice today, however you need them, but I'll give you some instruction obviously as well. Now, when you're sitting with your toes tucked like this might be a little too much. If it is, you take your blocks and put them underneath your knees. So that's your option if it's a little bit too much on your feet, on your toes. This is a good way to start. It'll help you just to get more towards those big toe mounds instead of putting too much weight on the tips of the toes. Okay, so whichever one you're choosing, you're going to stay here and just breathe. So either knees down or knees on your blocks. Just take your time. Try to slowly work your way to sit upright. And just take some slow breaths into your feet. Just saying hello to your feet, waking them up, stretching out the soles of the feet and the toe joints. So important, right, for the health of our feet. So let's go back and forth a couple times. So come out of this one, take your knees off the blocks if you had them there, and now untuck. Sit down on your heels again with your toes untucked. Try to squeeze your ankles in towards each other. And then again, just sit upright or however you're able to. If you're leaning forward, that's also fine. And as it gets a little bit easier, you'll be able to come more upright. Now again, just slow down and say hello to your feet, your ankles. Try to press your toenails down. Squeeze your ankles in. All right, let's repeat this one again. So go back to the first one, toes tucked. Another option here, as you can see I'm doing, is to have the hands on the blocks. You could try that and then slowly walking the blocks back to come upright. Squeeze your ankles in. Place the hands on the thighs or keep them on the blocks, whatever works for you. Just really honor your feet, right? We're not here to force the feet to go where they're not ready to go. We're just slowly working towards this stuff. And I'm very aware of how difficult it can be on the feet when we haven't done this kind of thing before, okay? So be gentle with yourself, be patient, and it will happen gradually. Okay, so a few more breaths here. Squeezing your ankles in. Stretching the muscle, the fascia, right? The tendons, the ligaments. We have so many bones and muscles and tendons and ligaments in our feet. They're such an intricate part of the body. So let's do the other one more time. Untuck ankles, knees together. Squeeze them together as you sit down. And breathe here again slowly. Pressing all your toenails down, doing your best to keep your ankles together. All right, now come on out and come to hands and knees and just give your feet a little shake. Give your toes a little shake. And then we're going to actually come all the way up to stand now. Okay, so make your way up. And we're going to stand also. I'm going to stand sideways so you can see here. Feet parallel, hip width distance apart. Spreading your toes wide on your mat. Standing tall, take your arms out in front of you. And we're going to just start by rising up and down on the balls of the feet. And as you're doing this, you're working on balance, of course. Big toe mounds. Pressing down, ankles squeezing in, just working the toes for balance and stability. You might imagine here that you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs, so your legs are firm as well. And then lifting all the way up into your core, gentle lift of the belly. Now this time stay up and try to balance. You can keep your arms forward or raise them over your head. Again, big toe mounds pressing down, ankles hugging in, lifting up through your legs into your core, lifting into your belly, reaching through the fingertips. And then slowly come on down or fall down. It doesn't matter. You just do your best. Shake out your toes. Shake out your feet. Good. Now stay where you are. Feet parallel. Hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders back and come into a standing forward fold. Now feel free to bend the knees here at first. Let your arms hang. Let your head and neck go. And when we bend our knees, we're folding more from our hips rather than from the spine, which is really important. Now, as you keep spreading your toes, pull the muscles up your legs, like you're pulling up your pants, right? The muscles pull up all the way up into the top of the thighs and into the pelvis. This is how we start to work on straightening our legs. And then when we want to straighten them more, we press the very top of the thighs back, not so much the knees. 2 more breaths here, just lengthening through your spine. Then lift the chest halfway, bring the hands to the hips, and come on all the way up. Good. Okay, so you're going to need your blocks again here. So keep them at the top of the mat and then come back down to hands and knees and then into downward facing dog. So nice and slow. Take your hands out in front, index fingers pointing straight forward. Do a little shrug with your shoulders up towards your ears and then plug them in. Now tuck your toes under and slowly lift into down dog, keeping your knees bent. That way we can do the same thing we just did in the forward fold, where we press the very tops of the thighs back first, not the knees. Try to lift your armpits away from your mat. Spread your toes, press your heels back, and lengthen through your spine. Now, right foot steps forward between the hands. Bring the left knee down. Find your blocks for your fingertips. Keep your back toes tucked and start to descend into that lunge. So what we want to start feeling with these standing poses, leg actions, is the back leg is always pulling us back out of the pose, while the front leg is pulling us down into the pose. So it's actually 2 opposing actions here. Now we're going to do that into a high lunge now. So press down through your fingertips, engage your legs, and lift your back knee now off the floor. So now I want you to feel the top of your back thigh lifting up, lifted away from the ground, the top of the front thigh descending down. Just focus on those 2 actions right now and lengthen through your spine. Breathing smoothly, keeping the fingertips on your blocks. Then put the back knee down, move your blocks out the way, go back to downward dog. Bend your knees. Press the very tops of your thigh bones back. And as you're doing that, lift your armpits away from the ground. So you're not collapsing or pushing or forcing. Keep your knees bent for now, that's fine. Now let's go to the other side. Left foot forward, low lunge, right knee down. Come up onto your fingertips. Now, same thing here, you're engaging your legs. The top of the back thigh is moving back, while the top of the front thigh is moving down. Now that's going to create this feeling of buoyancy rather than collapse. Keep the legs firm, the muscles in your legs firm and toned, and now lift the back knee. Now lift the top of the back thigh up as the top of the front thigh descends down. Breathing smoothly, keep the spine nice and long. Top of the back thigh lifting, top of the front thigh descending. Then bring the knee down and go back to your downward dog. Breathe here, bending the knees again. Two main actions right now. Top of your thighs pressing back. Lift your armpits. Lengthening through your spine. Now let's walk the feet up to the hands and fold over. Bend your knees again and let your spine lengthen over your legs. And lift the chest halfway. Bring the hands to the hips and come all the way up to stand. All right, let's do our last thing here. So you'll need your blocks and you're going to take your legs wide. Now that same theme of lifting the back thigh and descending into the front one. So we're going to turn the right foot out and turn the left foot in. Now, when you do this, try to have the right heel in line with the middle of your left arch, okay? Bend your right leg with your blocks. Put your fingertips down where your chest is facing on this diagonal angle, okay? Now you're going to focus on your back leg, make it super powerful and strong, and lift your inner left thigh up away from the ground. And yet at the same time, start to bend a little bit more into the front leg. Now, you may not need the blocks as high, so you can always lower them. You decide, but make sure you're not hunching your back, okay? Press the top of that left thigh back and lengthen out through your spine. Hold it steady. Track the front knee in line with the second toe. And keep lifting that back thigh up away from the mat. Let's do the other side. So walk your hands to the center, turn your right foot in, and turn your left foot out. Try to line up that left heel with the middle of your right arch. Figure out which height of the blocks you need. Focus on the back leg first. Pull it up. Move the inner right thigh back. Lift it away from the ground. And then sit down more into the front leg. So the back leg, you guys, is always the foundation of every pose. We always put the attention to the back leg first to set the foundation, and then we come down into the front leg. So lengthen through your spine. 2 more breaths here. Spread those toes. Press the 4 corners of both feet down. And then straighten the front leg. Bring your blocks back to the center. Turn your feet parallel. Good. Now bend the knees again here and press the very top of your thighs back and begin to fold over. Now you might get rid of the blocks or keep them. Just be mindful not to lock out your knees. Spreading those toes, firm legs and feet here as we stretch. And then lift up halfway. Hands to the hips. Come up all the way to stand. Heel toe your feet back in. Shake out your feet. And then come down to lay on your back. Now as you lay down, I want you to concentrate on your legs and your feet here. Just feeling all the sensation, tingling, heat, more energy flow through your legs and feet now, waking them up, strengthening the muscles, allowing you to feel stronger and more stable in your foundation. As you rest, just letting any tension dissolve away. Giving yourself full permission to slow down. Wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.